Okay, so welcome back to another live stream. So today we're going to do something very cool, and I want you to pay close attention because we're going to really do some very cool stuff today. We're going to try and build an amazing software that allows us to record videos and do a bunch of cool things. So let's get started. And yeah, I'm really excited to go ahead with this live stream. We will be using Gemini 2.5 Pro Experimental and Trae IDE. So the first thing that we should go ahead and do is see the result of the prompt. First of all, we have to do some pip installs, as we can see over here. So that's like the first step, which is maybe create a help txt, or actually let's change the file name to actually txt because this is not txt. Oh, come on, man, like so many mistakes. Okay, so that's the first thing, which is the installation of the libraries needed. So we're going to go ahead and do pip install of these dependencies. Now, most of them are not downloaded yet in my computer. I will have to download them. These are all needed to set up this application and make it run using Python. So that's going to take a little bit of time. Hopefully it will work out of the box, and it seems to be quite okay. All right, so we've done the installation of the dependencies. The next thing is that we actually want to get ahead and start getting the recorder.py application set up. So this is the recorder.py as written by Gemini 2.5 Pro. I have already prompted the tool with exactly what I want to create. So we create a new file which is called recorder.py, control paste. Now the code is a little bit, too long for my taste, but let's close a little bit functions over here, and yeah, we'll have to check it out in all honesty. But we will see exactly the workflow, how it runs, if it runs well. And yeah, I'm super excited to be testing the tool out. So the next thing is that we also want this editor.py application, which uses the mouselog.json and analyzes the mouse log, determines the zoom, and this processes the video frame by frame. FFmpeg is used to combine the processing outputs. So this is the editor.py. Okay, so we've got essentially two main files. The editor.py that edits the video. And what's the problem with this? Unident does not match. Ah, come on. This is pure bullshit. Okay, so let's close these functions that are helper functions. We may have to move them into a different folder. That also is probably good to do. And we asked also to create a simple UI. So the editor here changes a little bit because it gets like a GUI application. So we might want again to go and get the recorder, copy and paste. It's 500 lines of code. This is literally quite a big code. And we also asked the editor to actually change. So that also is going to take a little bit of space. Let's see. Okay, and finally we ask for a .exe file, but doesn't matter really at this point. The next thing is that we have the recorder GUI.py, and we also got this application, which is the editor GUI. So here you've got like a default encoder. So that's probably what we want to change in the application that manages the GUI application essentially. So first of all, we've got to change the editor class. We want here to capture the encoder. So on init, it's going to get the default encoder. Then we want to change. Okay, so this goes to the editor app. I'm in the incorrect spot. Okay, so let's close the editor here. And let's open this. Okay, let's get that into the editor application. We get these two codes, that is out settings frame, and it sets a whole lot of other things to adjust rows, FPS entries. Really no idea what this is all about, but let's go ahead and get that. I don't know if this is handled anywhere else. Okay, so it's handled at this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this encoder selection, and let's move the code from this section down here. So we've got an output encoding pack that is used over here. You've got audio bitrate, you've got specific selections, so we probably change only this thing, and we want to place that over here. Okay, so this is what we want to do, and yeah, let's do that. Let's go here, looks better. Make column 1 expand to push other columns right if needed. I don't think that's going to be needed right now. And on updating quality setting label, we probably want to add this. Okay, so I don't know if there is anywhere else this like function. So go to do Control F. So this is used, but it was not pre-configured. So this is for GPU. This is the get configuration. So this is like an extra like configuration to add, which is the encoder choice and the output quality. Okay, good. I guess that's fine. What else? The editor class also needs editing, so it has specific values. So where is the editor application? So it's probably above. So we want to go to the editor right now to fix some things. We go to the function that says run. Code is way too large, like it's insane. So when you decide to run, it runs this thing. Okay. So here you want to modify the FFmpeg setup. So you have encoder choice. So somewhere it should read the config, I guess. So where is the config? I think it's like in this spot. Okay, so it reads the config to get, okay, config, output FPS. Okay, so probably this point, you get encoder value and choice output FPS. Okay, so this is the FFmpeg command, and this is the FFmpeg base command. I don't know what the difference is. Okay, video codec, codec outputs, video outputs. Rest of the run method as before, using generated. Okay, so instead of generating this command, we want to generate this kind of command that is a little bit shortened, I gotta say. Like it has screen, output FPS, that's fine, looks okay, and audio file path. There are also these other options that are probably configured on this step and this step. So instead of adding them raw in here, you got the video outputs, so it sets the correct video outputs. It gets the correct audio outputs and audio bitrate, and then you've got this created command, which is essentially added in. Okay, so I get it. We want to probably replace this command. Start ffmpeg, process, open, and remember to also update the set setting state. Okay, so where is this function? It's here. So you want to update the state, it says, to this kind of output. Okay, so what's the difference? It's self-encoder combo, FPS entry. Okay, so I've got no idea what all of these things are. And this is a bad thing because we don't have enough understanding of what goes on. So you select the encoder and you update that state. Okay. So let's say that we want to run the recorder.py. So I'm going to do Python recorder.py. Let's see the result. Will it run? Will it not run? Okay, so it seems like it runs. So what do we get here? So we get a selection of the camera devices. Great. We get a set of all of the available microphones, which are way too many. We get the FPS, so we can set 30 FPS. We can send window resolution, directory, output. Let's place it into downloads. All right, so, okay. And what else can we do here? We can do start recording, stop recording. Okay. So recording stopped. Okay. So I guess this was failed. Something did not run correctly. Now, what would the reason be for it not being run correctly? So we got a mouse log, a screen, which was, I would say it was quite big. So let's see here. What did it do? Really interested to see. Okay, we cannot open screen. It's encoded in MPV, which is not supported. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so VLC, maybe VLC can run this. So it actually recorded my screen. Not the most amazing result in terms of quality, but it actually added it. And let's see the audio WAV. Just once, let's run this. Okay. So the problem, what was the problem? So webcam failed to grab frame, webcam failed to grab frame. Okay, that's interesting. So let's run this one more time. Let's give this a try. So let's open this like up. Let's just check. So here we place 60 FPS, refresh devices, camera number 1, Elgato, microphone. Check, 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 check. I'm just checking. Okay, so the camera doesn't really work, which is a little strange because all of the other software can really capture the Sony ZV-1, which is really strange. So yeah, maybe I have to close it from OBS. I don't know. This is also the recording output. I don't understand why it saves it in both spaces. So that's a little strange. Okay, so let's see the webcam. Okay, so the webcam cannot run. Yeah, let's just set VLC as our default player in this case. Set as default, apply. Okay, so let's run the webcam. Okay, so this is the OBS webcam. This is like the screen, not bad. Check, 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 check. I'm just checking. Okay, so it captures the audio. I think it also is capturing the mouselog.json. Okay, so it's opening up cursor in the background. Okay, so let's see. It captures the position. and it probably is able to capture the movement. All right. So this log file is not very big. This screen capturing thing is way too big, like 50 megabytes. This is way too much, in all honesty, and this is probably due to an insanely big amount of bitrate, 100,000. This is not what we want, in all honesty. So, okay, here we have the webcam index. We get webcam devices. That looks fine. Where do we set the bitrate? That's like one of my questions. Where do we set the bitrate? Okay, so where is the bit rate? Nowhere. Okay, so let's check out. This is the recorder application. This is like the thread recording. Let's add this file, which is the recorder. I'm creating a recorder in Python. I want to set the bitrate correctly. Also, I use a web camera through USB connection. I can't see it on the list. It's called ZV1, but the Tinker shows only camera 1, 2. Okay, so let's see what the result of Trae IDE will be in this case. So for setting the bitrate, we need to modify. Okay, so it starts to run the code. Okay, so we're going to check the code before we accept it. PC mode, USB streaming mode. Okay, default camera index. List available web cameras. To debug, so available, you can add this code temporarily. Okay, so the first change is we want to apply these changes, which is the writer worker. Let's also zoom out a little bit just to get a better overview of the code base. All right, so here it says FFmpeg, Trae, age 264 codec first. Okay, and bitrate. Okay, and here it sets the bitrate instead of getting like the default. Okay, so I'm going to accept that. I also want to be able to change like these parameters because this bitrate is literally insane. So this video writer like way too much. Like set 6000 for screen. So this is in kilobits. Okay, so that looks okay. Second thing we want to change is to add for webcam detection. Like maybe there is another process that allows us to capture the webcam better. Trae IDE is also very slow today. I don't know why. So let's check out. So it checks for 5 devices. It increased the range. If cap is opened, try to get the backend name. Okay, so tries to get the backend name. Okay, so that allows us to see the name of the device. That's cool. Okay. And append the names. No real change here, just a little bit of comments or whatever. Yeah, accept that as well. Okay, so let's try again. Let's run python recorder.py. Okay, so it detects 2 cameras, the microphone. It sees the microphones of ZV1. Okay, so let's go for 60 FPS, full screen. I will try to deactivate the web camera on the video, on the live stream. Okay, so browse. Let's start recording. let's stop recording. So something failed. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so let's delete these. Okay, so we got this error, module CVV. Okay, so this is the error we get. Okay, so that's like one of the errors we get. Let's add to chat, fix this error. Okay, so we got this error. This is not correct. It also seemed to be okay with running the web camera 7020p 30 fps. So it looked that it could capture the web camera. That looks good. So remove the unsupported video rider prop, change which generally provides better quality, simplified video rider creation. OpenCV doesn't really support. Okay, if you need more control over video quality, or use maximum codec with maximum settings. This quality will now depend on the context. Okay, so you have to set the encoder if you run like Python for screen recording. Otherwise, you cannot do really a lot of things. So let me activate. I will activate the camera in a little bit. So here you can select these configurations and okay. Okay, so that's interesting. So the recording, no matter what we do, will be super huge. Okay, so in general, I'm always trying to CV2 video rider bitrate. So the only way to control, okay, so if I take a file, okay, so we will have to, okay, basically this answers vidgear library, automates the process of pipeline OpenCV frames into FFmpeg. Okay, this is interesting. So, okay, I got it. Thanks. The first script essentially. Okay, this is interesting. Image IO supports this directly. Okay, so it creates some kind of images. So it takes screenshots and then it changes it into a video stream. I don't even know if this is really practical, in all honesty, like super strange. Okay, so let's give this a try. Let's see if it records my face. Let's go with 60 FPS again, full resolution. Let's put the Elgato recording device. Okay, so it looks cool. I don't know if it captures like the mouse movements. It looks like it does. Okay, so let's stop recording. It saves the audio and it also saved like the output. Okay, so let's open up the file browser, recording output. So it captures the webcam, indeed. Quality is not great. It captures also the screen, which looks quite okay, gotta say, no problem with it. It captures the audio, there's like the mouse, it captures the audio as well. So audio is not that big. The rest of the footage is absolutely way too big. Like it goes with 8000 bitrate for the web camera, and it goes with, I don't know, 11K for the video. So it's okay-ish. It's manageable. So for a 5-second clip, it really does like, I don't know. A 5-second clip is like 5 megabytes. So each second is 1 megabyte. So 1 minute is like 60 megabyte. 10 minutes, 600 megabytes, around a gigabyte of footage for 10 minutes. It's manageable. It's manageable. We could work with that. we could work with that. Okay, so I guess the recorder kind of works. Maybe set different defaults in this case. So I'm going to go with 60, I don't know, 60.0 FPS as the default. Okay, so let's open up a new chat. Let's select the file, recorder, set 2080 as default, resolution, change the microphones to check only for active microphones. Okay, so let's do that. So it does quite a lot of changes, I gotta say. It's going to change a lot of things in our code. It added a new default, only lists devices that are actually input devices. That looks good. Okay, so it seems like it progresses, like we kind of made a video recorder. We just have to blend it in together. So this is like the style. No real change here. I don't know why it did like that. So I'm going to accept. Okay, so it adds the first device and it does a check of whether it is actually an input or not. Okay, so that looks a little better. So let's run the recorder again to see if it did exactly the changes we wanted it to do. So as we can see here, it indeed has less microphones, a little bit of duplicates, I gotta say. I don't know why it has so many duplicates. Stop recording, start recording. Okay. Okay, so let's open up a new chat. Then we got the recorder. Make the following changes. The recorder window should be bigger. See a preview of the web camera selected. See if audio is captured by showing a wave motion for the currently selected microphone. Okay, so we're asking it to show previews of what we actually create. So we can actually check if indeed what we're making is really working or if it's not. Because if it's not working, guys. And you got to let the user know that. I got to know when I try to record with this device that I'm not just doing bullshit. Okay, so let's go ahead and start applying the changes. So the first change probably opens up a bigger geometry for the window, for the UI. Now the next change, I don't know what it's going to do. I think we've got to add these two dependencies, which is image DK. These changes look really legit, I gotta say. Not disappointed at all by the result. Okay, so let's see the changes. Webcam preview, it visualizes it. Then you've got the update on close, stop previews. If it's recording, stop recording. That's good. Let's accept that. And we also got to add this dependency on the top of the folder. Okay, so we got from peel, image, TK. So where is this used? Okay, photo image. Okay, let's try it. Let me close this web camera real quickly. Okay, so refresh devices. Let's close it. Okay, so there's some kind of problem here. Let's go over the errors. Let's go up. Completely lagged my computer. Audio canvas, delete all. Tinker has no audio canvas. I'm just going to put all of these into the code base and just tell it to fix it. I noticed there are errors related to missing UI elements, webcam preview, and audio meter. The issue is that we defined the preview methods but didn't properly create the UI elements. Let's fix this in the UI. Okay, let's apply the changes. Trae IDE is really slow today. I don't know why. I don't like it. It doesn't feel like a good experience at all. No changes detected. What are you talking about? So on init, mainframe, there are definitely changes to be made. Did I not accept all of the changes on the recorder? Did I forget to add this code into the file? I think I didn't. Yeah, I think this is a mistake of mine. No changes detected. Wait a second. Recorder up. Okay, so this is the recorder up. Whoa. Wait a second. We got a recorder application, and then we got the recorder logic. I don't get it. Something is completely messed up. Okay, let's delete it. Webcam preview. Self. It's correct. It doesn't really have this. There is some kind of strange error going around. Okay, come on, close it. How hard is it? Oh my god. This is going to be painful, my friends. This is not going to be an easy application to make. Okay, so it hasn't created these things for some reason. So Trae is absolutely not cooking right now. Okay, so let's go ahead. We just got to make these changes. So this is the preview active. Preview active, add preview state variables. This is like the main frame. So where is the main frame? Pack. Okay, so on init, I noticed there are errors missing to related changes, move frames to the left side, output frame, control frame, preview frame. So do we have these preview frames? Preview frames? No. These are not in the code base. Okay, so I'm going to give it context to the whole recorder. Please reapply the previous suggested changes. Oh my god. This is like some next level errors. Okay, so it's going to reorganize the GUI to include the webcam preview and audio meter. Here are the necessary changes. Okay, so it looks like this will create a split layout. Okay, that looks better. Hopefully it's going to see that some of the code is not actually in the code base and it's going to go ahead and fill it in. Probably this is... What? No changes detected. Now this is strange. This is absolutely strange. Status bar. Okay, let's open this up a little bit. So this is the combo. This is like the combo. Self webcam combo. Audio canvas. These do not exist. These do not exist in the code base, I think. Yeah, these do not really exist. Okay, so strange behavior, very strange behavior. GUI layout, okay, so this is the place we want to do the changes. So you got mainframe, padding 10, TK both expand true, left panel, right panel. We're going to do it manually. Trae IDE is really disappointing right now. Okay, so we got this left panel, right panel, and we got this device frame in the middle. That is exactly the same, so we don't have to add it. Maybe we do. No, we don't have to add it again. Okay, so no changes in this step. Okay, so next thing is adding the settings frame. Which also exists, as we see here. Output frame exists. Control frame exists. Preview frame. So this preview frame is not existing. So we will have to add it. Okay, mic combo, populate devices. Let's give it a try. Okay, so this is flashing. Okay. Status idle, status idle. All right. So let's open new chat. Let's add recorder. I have added previews for the webcam and the audio. The devices are not shown anymore in the drop downs. The preview of the web camera is flashing to black every second. The audio preview is just black. Okay, so let's see if it can actually go ahead and do the changes. So let me help you fix these issues. There is a number of problems are not showing the drop downs because we have a layout issues. Okay. The webcam preview is flashing due to not properly handling the preview thread and resources. Is being black because we need to properly initialize and update the canvas. And make sure to call start previews. I'm really scared that we're scaling this application to a level that is not appropriate, and we're going to get very big kind of hallucinations in this point moving forward, which is very, very scary. Like, I don't know if AI can handle it. So this is the device frame. It goes to the left panel. I don't know if that even makes sense. No webcam selected, return. Preview active. 30 FPS. Okay, audio meter. Let's accept this change and let's apply this change as well, which is the populate device. Start previews after selecting the initial devices. Okay, it makes some kind of sense. I'm really excited to see if it's going to work. Okay. Code base is already 1000 lines of code. And it's not a good. This doesn't look very good. I don't like this code base. Like, I think it's not good. So did it really went ahead and removed the code that starts? Wait a second, what just happened? Okay, let's go back. Oh my God, AI completely failed us in this step. So it went ahead and replaced. Let's reject this. So it went ahead and replaced everything. Like, what the fuck? Okay, so we want just to change this line, and it went ahead and changed everything. Okay, so this is literally failure mode, and I don't know if it's due to Sonnet or what else, but I'm not happy with the result. I'm not happy with the result in this, at this step. So with webcam names or mic names, oh my God. I think it completely messed up our code base. Fuck. Okay, so let's go ahead and give it this error. Fix this error. And hopefully, DeepSeek is going to do a better job than Claude Sonnet, but yeah. Doesn't look good, guys. Doesn't look good. But we already had made significant progress in this software. It was like one step before it was completely ready to record all of the different parts that we wanted it to record. So let's see. Maybe I will change the editor. Maybe I will go into, I don't know. We will see. But this is a self-populate devices. So I'm going to accept this change. This look good as well. How many populate devices do we got? Like, what is going on? Do we got duplicate code? Populate devices self. Populate devices. Oh my God, we got duplicate code, I think. Oh my God. Control F. This is completely messed up. Microphones. Yeah. I think there's some kind of duplicates going on here. Yeah, there's definitely duplicate code. Okay, so I'm going to delete this straight up. Just not going to mess with it. Let's try Python recorder. So it found two cameras. This is the microphone that I selected. No update meter. This is camera number 2. Refresh devices. It changes to camera number 1. Okay. So let's close it. Okay, so let's open up a new chat. Fix this error. Update meter, existing code, audio callback. Okay. Let's hit the apply button. It looks better and better as the time progresses. No problem with that, but existing code, audio meter, exception. So I'm going to copy this code. I'm going to add it here. Okay, let's run it again. Okay. Test. Looks better. Okay. Doesn't look that bad. Doesn't look amazing. Well, for sure, it does not look amazing. Like, visually, it's not looking good. But I don't think it's that bad. Like, we got this audio thing and the webcam is flashing, but we got no errors, which is a good first step. So I'm going to add this file. Please refactor the GUI in the application. I want to have web camera selection and preview. So, then audio selection and preview. then the bitrate, output, and resolution with FPS. Actually, there is no bitrate. With FPS, and finally the start, stop recording buttons. Make sure to adjust the GUI to include all of these without resizing the window. Okay, so we are going to ask it to improve the GUI. Hopefully that will work. But yeah, let's remove this. Okay, so I will help you refactor the GUI layout. We're using DeepSeek v3 in this case. Okay, so it's doing some kind of refactoring. I'm really scared because it changes so much of the code base right now, which is a little scary. Better organized sections, webcam, recording outputs. Let's hit the apply button. Really interested to see the result. But we've done significant progress. We literally have a working recording application that captures our mouse movements. And this is not something we should underestimate because we made it that like in an hour. Now about the GUI, I don't know how to improve the GUI, you know, make it look better or whatever. But okay. Okay, so we're going step by step, accepting the changes because I don't want it to mess up everything. Okay, so left panel, right panel, good. Okay, whatever, let's apply everything. Let's hit accept. Let's run the recorder. Okay, so this is the recorder. Looks fine. Scalable. Okay, so I'm going to deactivate the web camera so I can access it here. We can see the preview. If I change this to my microphone, we can see also the microphone. We also can browse the output directory. I think that's good. If I hit start recording, is it recording? I think it is, which is good. Okay, stop recording. Should save everything. Okay, so supposedly it saved everything. Close the recorder. Let's reveal the files here. So we got the audio, the webcam. Let's check it out. Okay, so it recorded the webcam. It recorded the wrong screen. Okay. If I hit start these, which is good. Okay, so it actually works, which is interesting. All right. I can live with that. I can live with that. All right. All right. It worked. The recorder really worked, which I did not expect. Add an option to allow for screen selection and also preview what screen is captured. The webcam is flashing to black, maybe remove sleep. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more improvements to have the complete recorder ready to go. But it looks good. We're making significant progress. Add GUI, screen frame. If we can fix that, it's going to be awesome. Hit the apply button. So first we add like a window. I don't like this sleeping thing. Oh my god, not again! Stop! It makes me so angry that it cannot detect the changes. And it's doing that all the time. It makes me really, really angry. My god. Okay, so let's add this. We want to add it to the recorder application GUI. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and copy paste it because I don't have the patience right now. We will use like some kind of AI to just fix it later on, just refactor the code. Update webcam preview. Okay, so what's the problem? I'm kind of afraid that this is not what we want to do and this is going to be bad. So start previews. Let's go to start previews. Where is the get config? It's here. And we want to update it as well. Let's see if it runs. Okay, so if I select monitor 2, camera number 1, start recording, is it going to work? Stop recording. Close this. Let's see the output. By default. Oh, come on! Completely bullshit. So the monitor capture is not working. I think I know why, because I already used this monitor on, how to say it? I used this monitor already, so it makes a little bit of sense for it not to work. But yeah, I'm not happy with it. Maybe it's due to me recording right now. Maybe that's why it cannot capture the second monitor. Maybe, maybe not. But okay, whatever. So let's say that we already have like the recording done okay-ish. I really cannot continue messing out with the software. So let's go for the editor. Let's see what the editor can do. That would be interesting. So Python editor, py, it gets like this error. Okay. So let's open up a new window. Code. Okay, so no code. fix the error above when running the editor PyY. I shouldn't have updated like the Trae IDE. It has an error, like it doesn't allow you to capture specific changes, which makes me so much angry. Because you cannot really use the IDE right now. It's broken. It doesn't detect the changes it should do. Okay. Again, very big code base. No splitting of windows or whatever. And yeah, we get the exact same error. Okay, so let me close the window. Let me close this, let me close this, let me close this. Close this as well. Okay, so let's give it these errors. Fix these errors. Replace the problematic format parameter with proper. Add a method to update the webcam scale display. Remove duplicate output. Okay. Apply the changes. Hopefully now the changes will be applied correctly and they will work. Let's check out the results. So maybe I should move this window over here. Maybe that's a better spot. Okay, so it updates the webcam frame. Adds a little bit of other things. Okay, let's hit accept. Let's do this change as well. Just the changes. Let's see the result. So yeah, this is a pretty ambitious project in all honesty. And maybe in the future I should just work with C++ and try to make it optimized and work better. But you know, in this case, at least right now, maybe that's fine. So update. Okay, so there's like this problem. Let's ask it to analyze this. Again, wrong context. There are so many things missing from the code base. So what it says is that there are not these methods defined. Hit the apply button. Yeah, they've completely messed up how they track changes in Trae IDE. Like this is a big error. This is not just any kind of error. So this is like app main loop. Okay, so what does it do? What other changes does it do? Oh, doesn't do anything. In the editor app class, these methods outside of init. Yeah, it really is messed up. Let's stop using. Let's just stop using it. Yeah. You know, the problem with Trae is that the new update is not indexing correctly what it should index, which breaks my whole workflow. And you know, I don't have any patience for it right now. So we're going to go ahead and use GitHub Copilot. No, oh my God, I should sign in into GitHub. Or is it connected? Okay, it seems okay. Gemini 2.0 Flash preview. Yeah, whatever. Let's go with that. So we got this editor. Yeah. So let me open up a terminal. I'm using now cursor agent. Yeah, Sonnet is really good. Okay, so Let's go ahead. You know, I really like Cursor, but sometimes I also like to use VS Code. Doesn't feel very different to me, but yeah. Yeah, so wrong option. No chat, just Copilot edits. Yeah, I'm a little rusty because I have not written code previously. Like you know, it has passed like 2 weeks of using these tools. I saw Gemini 2.4 is good, but Cursor is not using 1 million context. You need to use API. Yeah. You know, in general with Cursor, because you got to pay them, I really like just adding like GitHub Copilot or whatever you can to use the API. And yeah, you know, using Google's API, they give so good limits, so you don't have to pay for Cursor. Really, you don't need the in-house tools that they use. So click done. Let's run the editor. So this is the editor. This is the zoom scales, transitions, hold, rectangle. I've got no idea if this works, to be completely transparent with you. So where is the button? Let's try to edit. Analyzing mouse movements. Is this running right now? I don't think it is. Let me check. I don't think it is. Yeah, probably not. It seems to run. Stop editing. Okay. So let's close this. Editing is in process. Now that's interesting. Application has been destroyed. So this is another error. Fix. Okay, so it's probably going to trigger that. But if we can also make the recorder and the editor, I literally just turned all of my video making process into being completely free. There are startups that you pay like $10 per month for this software, or $20 or $50, and you can run it a lot easier on your computer like that. Maybe I will open source it. Or whatever. Okay, so let's see. Applying edits. That's slow. I don't know. Hopefully the background application was stopped. Loads of changes. Actually, did we do the changes? Just do the changes again, please. Just do the fucking changes again, please. Fuck. What did I do? Non-type object. Okay, so it probably did the changes. Okay. So Well, let's fix this. Oh, come on. Come on. Fuck the terminal, man. Like, come. This is so fun sometimes. Like, life is life. Let's see. The error occurs. Oh, it changed to 3.5 sonnet. 3.5 sonnet is ass on this project. Literally very bad. Probably due to the context window. Okay, let's keep it. Question is, okay, so we actually have logged the mouse. There is some overlap on these things here, which I don't like, but whatever. Okay, so it saves it. No, we don't want to save it there, but whatever. Stop editing. Another error today. Okay, so Control C. And we're going to add another file, which is the mouse log, as context. Because mouse log has no time, I think. It is just this JSON file. So yeah, it lacked a little bit of context to fix everything. Entry T in the loop, mouselog T to mouselog 0T. It matches the structure. Okay, that looks better. It also captures like a threshold for the movement. Let's see. We got to fix the UI. Okay, processing frames, output saved. Okay, so where is the output? It indeed created the zoom. But why is it only 1 second long? Is the question. Doesn't look very bad, gotta say. Looks okayish. So let's give this a try. Let's give this a check end to end. So I'm going to run the recorder first. So let me show you the whole workflow. So first you got the Python recorder. So this is the recorder service, image preview, screen preview. Let me try and change the monitor. So let me show you my recorder so I can select the second screen. Let's start recording. So we're recording right now. I'm recording like the screen and I'm staying stable. I'm not moving anything. Now I'm doing some mouse movement. Good, I'm stopping. I go here, movement, stop. Oh, I did a mistake. Okay, I have done a mistake, sorry. We have to select the Elgato wave to capture the audio. Okay, so we're recording. Okay, so now I'm going to move the mouse while I'm speaking. So I'm moving the mouse. Now I will speak again and move the mouse again. do some big movements, and now I stop. So I want to see the zooming out, stopping to move. Now I'm going to move the mouse without speaking. This should be cut off during editing. Okay, so here is the record output. This is the editor, and this is the code of the editor. Let's see what the result will be. Let's stop the recording. Let's close the recorder. Let's do a sanity check on the output, that at least it recorded what we wanted it to record. So we got screen, webcam. It seems like it captured the majority of the things. So this is the screen record. Let me show you the screen. Again, the correct screen. Okay, so let me activate my webcam. Okay, so here we see the video. It recorded the video. Oh, it recorded the wrong... Oh, it records the wrong screen for the mouse. So it does whatever fucking zooms it thinks it does. Okay, and this is the audio. Okay. So let's fix it. Okay, let's run the recorder again. Oh my God, this is going to be a pain in the ass. But okay, whatever. So I'm going to start recording. Now I'm recording, you see my screen, you see my mouse. I move the mouse around and I'm speaking at the same time. Now you see me going over the build an application with Gemini. Now we'll move the mouse but don't speak. Okay, I'm speaking again. Let's see the result. Good. Now I stop moving the mouse and I want to see everything zoomed out. Okay, so we made the check. Let's see if the check works. Like, that's what I want to see. Recording stopped. Okay, activate, deactivate, boom, I'm back. Okay, good. So, okay, let's again do the sanity check. So right now I should capture my mouse. No, this is the final output, wrong thing. Okay, so this is my mouse. I don't see my mouse getting recorded on the software, which is not something that I like. For some reason, it does not record my microphone, my mouse. It records my face. Let's see the audio. Oh, I did not select the core. Oh my God. Okay, so this test is going to be a fucking pain in the ass. Oh my God. Okay, so let me do it correctly. Let me do it correctly because I'm fucking it up and I need to do it correctly. I need to do one check, one test and do it correctly because I'm a fucking idiot right now. Select the correct microphone, which is the Elgato. Click start recording. Now you watch my screen. Now I'm speaking. Let's see if the zoom in works. I stop speaking right now to see if the cut is happening. I'm speaking again, trying to see if it zooms in. Now it's zoom out. Hopefully it has zoomed out. Okay, so this check should actually work right now. This check that I made right now should work. Let's go to the editor. Let's run the editor. This is the editor. Click the start button. Starts processing the frames. Uses the CPU to process everything. I'm really interested to see if it can work with the GPU. So if I select H and VEC, does it work with the GPU as well? Yeah, it works and it's a lot faster, I gotta say. Like, that's good. That's good. Okay, so let's see the final output. It zooms in, zooms out. I'm speaking on the video, but it didn't do any other kind of zoom in. I think it should have done at least one more zoom in. So the original file was 9 seconds. Click start recording. Now you watch my screen. Now I'm speaking. Let's see if the zoom in works. I stop speaking, click start recording. Now you watch my screen. Now I'm speaking. Let's see if the zoom in works. Let's see if the zoom in works. I stop speaking, start recording. Now you watch my screen. Now it's not bad, but there's a major problem. So initially the editor probably cuts the silences, but is not capturing and editing out the zoom-ins, which is a problem. So we may have to apply the zooms first, maybe, or maybe we have to add some attribute to the zoom. So this is a little bit more complicated than I first expected. So my workflow is not rightly done, like it's not good. In all honesty, like when you click start editing, it does not cut off the specific zooms that we have done. It starts and does the specific things it should do, but it doesn't do the things we really wanted to do in the correct flow of order, and yeah, that's bad. That's bad. So yeah, we may have to refactor a lot of things, like quite a lot of things, which is outside the scope of today's video. There is a good code base, but we really have to... okay, so there is the time. We capture the time on this log. We really do capture the time in the log. And the log is like 25 seconds. It's not just 9 seconds for some reason. So the audio is 25 seconds. The screen for some reason is only 9 seconds. And the video, the webcam, is only 12 seconds, which makes no sense. This is really nonsensical. And I don't get why the screen is like 9 seconds. I don't get it. I really don't. I really don't get it. Let me change the view to see if it was actually edited in place. No, it was captured at the same time. Very strange behavior. So this is probably a problem of the recorder. Okay, so let's open up a new GitHub Copilot. The recorder is not recording the full video for the webcam, camera, and the screen, but only the audio. Okay, so we're going to ask AI to do a preliminary check of whether we got a bug on the recording side of things, because for some reason, audio and cursor really handled everything. But I really don't want to do this change right now. Like, I want it, I see that the zoom worked. Okay, the zoom really worked, but it's really strange to me that it only captured like a specific subset of the video and not the whole video, which really doesn't make sense to me. Really, it makes no sense. Like, you start recording and that's that. Like, there's nothing else. Tried multiple codecs in order of preference, test. Adds better handling, verifies the frame are actually written. Maybe I stopped the recorder way too fast. I don't know. What was the error? Why did this happen? I don't get it. I really don't. It feels strange to me. Very strange to me. But I don't have an idea of what this whole code base does, because it's huge. It's a huge code base. Oh my God. Okay. I don't think we really need this kind of code, but let's try and run the recorder again. I'm just going to focus on the zooms and just have it capture my voice. So I'm recording right now. Failed screen capture frame. Failed. So it failed 2 things. That's strange. So it failed to record the screen and it failed to, oh my god, this. Okay, so we get these errors. I don't have a problem with the webcam not running, but I do have a problem with the screen frame. Screen frame is everything. Audio and screen frame, they should work no matter what. Kind of disappointed again. I'm trying to do this project for so many months and it's so disappointing to not be able to do it correctly up till, this point. I just really want to make this project work because it's going to solve so many of my problems. It's just important for me. And I don't get it, like why I cannot make it happen. Why is not working for me? I don't know. Getting slightly disappointing. Yeah, it's slightly disappointing not being able to do this project. Like it's one of the things that are still missing from my work. And yeah, it's disappointing. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. There is a worker here that is like running, but the screen video path is not used. I don't know. Let's try again. Okay, so it supposedly is working right now. It captures my voice, it captures the screen. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time to cut my voice right now. Okay, I will give it a little bit of time. All right. So again, there is an error. There is another error that is happening. So it does screen.av, ask some reasoning model like Grok DeepSeek. Yeah. I just have to scratch this because, like, you see the error here. It cannot initialize the codec. Not even the codec. Which is insane. Like, this error is insane to me. Doesn't make any sense. Like, because these things worked before. But for some reason it cannot open a screenwriter. I get that it may not be able to capture like some kind of frame, but all of them. Yeah, but I'm going to scratch this right now. I'm going to finish this. I will keep it like that. It's a good first step. We got the UI done or whatever. And I'm going to work on it later on, like maybe in another live stream, because we're close to the solution. Like we got to fix 2-3 things and it's going to work. Got to do some other things, relax a little bit. Thanks so much for watching, my friends. I will see you on the next live stream.